What's up guys, it's Sam here and today we'll bring you all another video. We are going to be doing something different for today's video. Instead of pack openings and showing you guys my reactions to pulls and taking you through some of the newest sets, old sets as well, and just seeing what we'll pull, we're going to be doing our very first grading video guys. I am going to be sending my collection of Pokemon cards for grading to PSA for the very first time, and I just want to share with you guys some of the information that I've gathered in preparation of sending my first batch of Pokemon cards for grading. Some of the information I've picked up in regards to how to package the cards, what to put them in. So for you guys who actually want to grade your cards but have never done it before, stay tuned because I'm going to go through what I'm going to be doing, how to do it, and also I'll be going through what sort of cards I think will get a PSA 10, PSA 9 or anything lower, and what I am personally looking for based on information I've read and being told about in regards to what PSA will look for. So I've got a couple of cards here that are all sleeved up and I need to put them in the top loaders ready to send off to the grading service provider. I'm based in the UK, so the way I'm going to do it is rather than sending them directly to PSA themselves, I'm going to be using a graded service provider. The service provider I'll be using is Graded Gem. What Graded Gem do is you send your cards to them, and they have multiple services that you can choose from which charge a certain fee per card, and they tell you how to package them and what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. And then once you've got all that information on the website, you just send it through to them, and then they will personally send your submission off to PSA. You can also use a grading company to grade your cards, such as BGS instead of PSA if you prefer that. BGS are a lot more stricter with their grading, and their layout is a bit different when you do get your graded card returned to yourself. On their slabs at the top, they have 4 categories, which are edges, centering, corners and surface, and they grade that, each of those categories from 1 to 10, and then they give you a rounded score on the total condition of the card. So for example, if you scored a 9 on all 4 of those categories, the total condition of your card would get a grade 9 as well. You can also get a 10, where in 4 of those categories you'd get 10, 10, 10 and 9.5. It just gives the person a bit more information on the condition of that card in those 4 areas. BGS cards, they do, to get a 10 10 10 on all 4 of those areas, you'd get a black label instead of a gold label at the top, meaning it's just perfect condition. And to collectors, BGS is really appealing because they know that BGS are a lot more stricter with their grading. And in comparison to PSA, if you get a BGS black label 10, then the value of that card is higher than a PSA 10 card would be. So that's the reason why some collectors like to send their cards off to BGS as well. The downfall is, obviously, BGS is a lot more stricter with the grading. I mean, a card that you might think is a 10 grade might not be a 10. I'm personally sending them a PSA because it is my first time doing it, and Graded Gem are going to be the middlemen for me in sending that. I don't really want to send my first graded submission directly to BGS and go through the whole hassle of shipping, insurance, etc, etc. So for my first submission, I'm going with PSA. Also, if you do send your cards directly to BGS and PSA, you have to send them in the grade fit semi-rigid cases. I can't get a hold of them. They're really hard to get hold of unless you pay silly prices for them. With Graded Gem, they will put your cards themselves into the grade fit semi-rigid sleeves yourself, as long as you do provide them with top loaders when you are packaging them, and the top loaders are a lot more easier to get hold of at the moment than the grade fit semi-rigids. So what Graded Gem will do is they will get your cards, take them out of the top loaders you've sent them in, and put them into the grade fit semi-rigids themselves. So I'm just going to show you how I'm going to be sending this to Graded Gem. So these labels here are to stick on the back of the cards in the sleeves, and this is purely because it just makes life easier when you're taking them out of the top loaders. So once they're in the top loader, just like that, you can literally just pull them up and down just to take them out. If you didn't have these little sticky tabs, you know, you'd have to be putting your fingers in there, which could potentially damage the card. So that's the whole reason why it's very important to use these sticky tabs. You can get them in the UK from standard stationery stores, WH Smith, Wilkinson's. You can get them online as well. Super useful, guys. So I'm just going to continue to label these submissions that I want to send off to Graded Gem and package them properly. Just like that. It's just really easy to just put them in, and that's exactly what your submission should be looking like when you're sending it to Graded Gem. What Graded Gem will then do is take it out, put it in a grade fit, and just to let you know, guys, you don't get the top loaders back as well. If you were sending this directly to PSA or BGS, you wouldn't get the grade fit semi-rigids back as well, because I've heard that the companies actually cut the semi-rigids out. So to get access to the card, they cut it because they don't want to be fiddling or, you know, touching the card much in case it affects the grade. So whichever way you send it, you're not going to get your grade fit semi-rigids or the top loaders back, guys. That's that I am going to be sending for grading, guys. Now, price per card that you have to pay does reduce the more cards you send. I believe the threshold is 10 to 49. And then from 50 to 100 or 50 to 200, the price reduces per card, and then 200 plus, you get cheaper rates per card. So the more you send, the cheaper it's going to work out for you guys. So if you have got a massive collection, or if you've got very, very little collection, and if they're just cards that aren't very, very rare, or they're not going to get very high value once graded, I'd probably just hold out until you get a bit more cards, just to make it a bit cheaper for yourselves, guys. So I'm just going to go through and show you the cards that I'm going to be sending for my first submission, guys. So I've got the promo cards from the Vivid Voltage pre-release kit. These are the promo cards that were in my Vivid Voltage opening that I pulled. So we've got 2 Lugies that I'll be sending and 2 Charizards that I'll be sending as well. We've got a Gengar promo card from the Champions Path Stone side collection box. Now the reason I'm sending this, guys, is because if you look here, there is a swirl just there on the holo, and a lot of collectors actually collect holos with swirls on them, and that's the whole reason I'm sending this. I mean, this is my favorite promo card out of the pink collection so far, and in addition to the swirl, I just need to get this card graded, so that's the whole reason I am sending this card, guys. We've then got the Charizard promo cards from the ETBs that I'll be sending. And then we've also got a shiny Charizard V that I pulled in one of my videos. Now, cards like this are very high value. And I'd only want to send them if I'm confident it's going to get a really, really high grade. So if we just look here, the first thing I look for when I'm sending these is the centering. That is the first thing. So the centering looks really good to me. If I was being very, very picky, I'd say it's marginally out to the left. And then you check the centering at the back as well, which looks really good. I also look in the corners for any white patches, anything on there at all. All these cards are packed fresh, but I always look out for the white patches because that can affect the grade. It can be the difference between a 10 or a 9. I mean, the slightest mark will affect the grade, guys. Now, all of these cards have been packed fresh, so I'm assuming there's no scratches or anything that I've missed on the card because I literally take them out and sleeve them straight away. But I mean, I'm not the professional here. PSA will take a look and give me the grade. So I don't think any of my cards are definitely going to get a PSA 10, but I do think they'll definitely get a 9 at least. So this one, which is packed fresh, the centering is really good on it. The back centering is really good. I don't see any visible white marks, any whitening anywhere. So I would say that would be a minimum of a PSA 9. And if it comes back a PSA 10, I would be over the moon. It will increase the value of this card. And it would be the first PSA 10 added to my collection as well. We've also got some more. Some more Charizards. So we have got another shiny Charizard V and a Rainbow Max Charizard. So these cards I pulled outside of the videos. I was super happy to pull this. I've only ever pulled 2 shiny Charizard Vs and the Rainbow Charizard VMAX, and I am sending them both for grading purely because they are very strong contenders for PSA 9 upwards. And it's just so cool to get them on my collection. I haven't got very many of these cards. I've opened so many Champions Path packs, but no luck. So yeah, these are definitely getting graded. And of course, it's a Charizard as well, so they'll always hold their value. We've also got a couple of Charizard Vs from the Darkness Ablaze sets, which are going to get graded. And then we've got some Rainbow Rare cards here. Salamon's VMAX, a Scizor VMAX, another Scizor VMAX, a Cinderace VMAX, and then we've got the Darkness Ablaze Chase card, which was a Charizard VMAX. We've got 2 of these that we're sending. Again, as I said, the centering is really good on them. I don't see any visible white marks anywhere. So I'm hoping these get very good grades, which will be very cool to add to my collection, guys. Next up, we've got some Boss Orders Holos. Now, the only reason I'm sending this is because I just like the card. It's just so cool. I mean, the artwork is so cool for a holo. And Giovanni just looking badass as he always is. Look at him. He's ready to kill someone. Either that or he's using telekinesis to pick up objects and throw at people. But yeah, I'm sending the Boss's Orders holo card. And we've also got a full art as well. Then we move on to the Sword and Shield base set, which was the Snorlax VMAX, which is such a cool card. I mean, Snorlax with an island on his belly. Just putting into perspective how big Snorlax really is. So that's going. And then we've got a couple of promo cards, which are UK exclusive. So these cards, Eevee on the ball, Grookey on the ball, these ones are the only ones released at the moment, but they're part of a futsal promo. There's 5 cards in total. So if you see there, guys, there's number 2 of 5, and that's number 3 of 5 there. There's 5 cards in total, and they're exclusive to the UK, so it'll be really cool to just get these added as a PSA because it is one of the very few UK exclusive promos, so it will be worthwhile getting these graded as collectors might be after them in the future. Next up, we've got a Charizard Braxton GX Tag Team card from Cosmic Eclipse. It's a Charizard, so it's getting graded. I didn't collect much of a Cosmic Eclipse stuff, so just having a Charizard from it in my collection is worthy enough for it to get graded. I don't think it's going to get a PSA 10 at all. I think if I'm lucky, it'll get a PSA 9. The only reason is the centering is a bit off, so to the left. So if you can see there, that's the centering to the left, and then that's the centering to the right. And it might be me being picky, but it just seems like it's a bit off. So I'm not really confident that this could get a PSA 10 at all, but hopefully you can get a PSA 9. Next up, we've got some Evolutions cards. So you guys know the whole hype about Evolutions at the moment. The price has been going crazy, and Pikachu, Charizards, Charmanders, the starters, really, really high value cards. I mean, as a PSA 10, the value will be really crazy, and it's just something really nice to have to the collection, especially if you don't have many base set cards, first edition cards from 1999, 2000 when Pokemon cards were first released. It's just nice, a bit of nostalgia to the collection, so it's really cool. So I've got Flying Pikachu there, got Evolutions Charmander, a Mewtwo, got Mewtwo there, that's non-holo, which if it does get a PSA 10, the value will be pretty nice on that. I don't think it will get a PSA 10 because it just feels the centering is a little off on the right, but like I said, I'm very picky when I look at the centering, so I mean, what do I know if it's going to get a PSA 9 or a PSA 10? But apart from that, it's just a centering that I can see. There's not really any visible marks on the card anywhere. We've also got a reverse holo Poliwhirl that I'll be sending, a holo Poliwrath from Evolutions, a holo Ninetales, a holo Raichu, a reverse holo Charmander from Evolutions, and then we've got a Dragonite EX gold card from Evolutions as well, which is just a cool card, so that's the whole reason I'm sending that. It's just so cool. Dragonite actually looks like he's looking down upon you, and he looks pretty badass there, so that's the reason I'm sending that. And then we've got the Venusaur EX from Evolutions as well. And then last but not least, from Evolutions, we've got a reverse holo Charizard, guys. One of the main chase cards just second to the Holo Charizard, and it is a very cool card as well. It's definitely going to hold its value if it gets graded. I mean, you guys know the whole hype of the evolutions at the moment, and the prices are just going crazy, so I'm definitely getting this graded. The centering looks really good, apart from just at the bottom. I feel like it's a little off compared to the top. Apart from that, card's in very, very good condition, so I'm hoping it will at least get a PSA 9. We've then got some base set stuff. So we've got base set Charmander here, Wizard of the Coast Charmander 1999, just at the bottom there, it just says 1999 Wizard, so that's a base set card. The centering's off, and the condition, it's got white edges at the back, so as you can see there, guys, just a bit of whitening there. So I don't think that's going to get a PSA 10 or a PSA 9 at all. So I'm expecting a PSA 8 and lower for this card. We've then got a Zacian Amazing Rare. This is from the latest Vivid Voltage set, and these Amazing Rares are really cool. The whole reason I am sending this Amazing Rare is because there's not many of them in the Vivid Voltage set. I think there's 6. And then in the upcoming set, which is a Shiny Star V, which has the Charizard VMAX in Shiny, I think there's 2 or 3 more Amazing Rares in that. And I've heard news that there's not going to be any more Amazing Rares released after that. So, I mean, these cards could be sought after and very high value down the line, especially if the rumours are true that there won't be any more Amazing Rares after the Shiny Star V set has been released. And Amazing Rares look so cool. I mean, you've got Holo there, and you've got all the energy tokens there as Holo as well. And all the details here are Holo, and then you've got the little Amazing Rare logo there as well, which is really cool. So that's definitely getting graded. Also got the 2 Charizards from the Evolution sets here for grading. And then we've got a Dragonite GX Rainbow card for grading as well from Unified Minds. Now, this is not going to get PSA 10 purely because the centering's off straight away. I mean, if you look here, very minute border there, and then if you look at this side, it's a big border there. So there's a bit of a gap between those 2 borders. So that's the whole reason I don't think it's going to get a PSA 10 at all. But I just want to grade it because it's just a cool looking card. It just looks really cool. Rainbow Rare Dragonite GX. We've then got a Rosa Full Art Trainer card from Cosmic Eclipse. We've got the Charmander Shiny from Hidden Fates, and Hidden Fates is such a sought after set. I mean, just getting the booster packs, you have to pay much more than retail price, probably double, triple just for it. And the reprints haven't been announced. Well, the reprints haven't been released yet. They're due to be released in January, I believe. But at the moment, these Hidden Fates sets are so rare, and the cards, shiny cards, the shiny vault cards here, which is signified by the code there, SV6 or SV94. The shiny vault cards hold some value, and they are really cool as well. So that's getting graded. We've also got a Colossal Gold Secret Rare from the Darkness Ablaze set, and it's just such a cool card. I mean, look at that, very nice card indeed. And the centering is really good on it. It might be a little off on the bottom, but yeah, it is very, very cool, and that I am definitely sending. We've also got the Zacian V from the Sword and Shield base set, which is one of the chase cards of the set, so it will be a high value. I mean, in its raw form, this is probably going for about £70–80 right now. We've also got a Lucario GX Secret Rare from the Hidden Fates set. We've got a Reshiram and Zekrom Rainbow Rare from the Cosmic Eclipse set. And then last but not least, we have a Holo Charizard, guys. Packed fresh. Centering looks absolutely amazing. There's not a speck of white, any rough edges on the card at all. Another reason for this, guys, is it's actually an error card. It's got, so you see the Holo there, it's actually, that Holo is all across the card. So if I just shine this in the light, you can see the little bits of Holo foil all over the card, guys. So it is an error card. So in the future, this could be worth quite a bit of money. I'm not really sure how common these error cards are, but in addition to the fact it is a Charizard from the evolution set, which the prices are going crazy right now, and having an error card with the hollow bleed just like that definitely means I will be sending this for grading. I mean, if it comes back a PSA 10, then this would be a very valuable card to add to the collection. And there you have it, guys. That is the end of the video. That is my very first video on grading some cards. I will do another video when I do get the results of the graded cards, when they get returned to me eventually. I'm not really sure how long it's going to be. I mean, there is a bit of a backlog with PSA at the moment, so we could be talking a couple of months here. But when they do come back, I will for sure make a video letting you guys know what sort of grades these cards got. I hope you did enjoy the video, guys, and find it useful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notifications on my future videos. We are almost at 100 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can get that 100 subscribers soon. When we do hit 100 subscribers, I am going to do some sort of giveaway. So guys, get subscribed if you haven't already to keep up to date with my videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.